Hey guys, it is Luke from DLM here, and today we're going to be looking at the first 7 hard mode staffs, summon staffs, all of them with 100 summons. So for those of you who didn't see the first episode, I'm using Cheat Engine to allow myself to bypass the spawn limit. Last episode we went through all of the 5 pre-hard mode staffs, summon staffs. Now we're going to be looking at some of these bad boys. So Blade, Spider, Sanguine, Pirate, Pygmy, Optic, and Desert Tiger Staff. I decided to split hard mode into 2 videos, otherwise it would have been a 25-minute long video. And this way you can just look at the ones you want to see. Now the first thing we're going to look at is the Blade Staff. And I know that this one's going to look cool. This is actually probably the one I'm most excited to see aside from the TerraPrism, which will unfortunately have to be next video. But let's get this show on the goddamn road. Alrighty, so this is 100 summons from the Blade Staff, or 100 enchanted daggers, and this looks pretty stupid. It's the big old hula hoop of death. Now I don't know if this will have the issue. Okay, I was about to say I don't know if this will have the issue where enemies are given iframes because they pierce, but that pixie looked like it took damage very quickly, like it was taking more than 1 tick of damage per damage tick. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon some bosses, and we're going to just bloody pit the giant hula hoop of death against some big old bosses, like the big old worm. Alright, I'll be back in a second with some boss spawns. Oh my god. Alrighty, so we're back with some boss summons. Oh my gosh, some over there are bloody having a little heart attack. But we're gonna try this out against maybe let's just do the Queen Slime first, hey? We've got a few bosses to try it. Now, for those of you who don't know, the tooltip ignores a substantial amount of the Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I did not expect that. Holy cow. For those of you who don't know, the tooltip the Blade Staff has that says ignores a substantial amount of enemy defense means that these enchanted daggers, they just ignore 25 of the enemy's defense. So you saw against the Gelatin Queen, or the Queen Slime, that they were really only doing 1 or 2 damage per hit, and that's because I guess she has around, or more than, or around 25 damage. That was absolutely ridiculous, so let's see that again. I'm going to actually summon it so it goes for her. Yeah, it's going for just her now. Oh, there we go. Go, Blades, go! Is she dead? Oh my gosh. Alright. These are by far the coolest ones I've seen so far. They're cool. They're cool. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alrighty, so we got 100 spider boys following us around. Now they're kind of doing the whole Congo line thing that some of the other imps, I think the imps did from the last episode. But I mean, also I didn't realize spiders could fly. But that's a discussion for another time. Let's spawn another Queen Slime and see how we go. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Get out of here. Here we go. Oh, they seem to not be tracking towards as well. Alright, they are just massing onto it. Look at that. It's kind of gross. Oh, they're definitely struggling far greater. They're undoubtedly suffering from the iframes issue where there's 100 spiders there. They should be doing more damage than like 3 or 4 hits a second, but that's just the way that piercing enemies work. Alrighty, so that was 100 spiders. You'll see they struggled a bit because they could only do that 1 tick damage per tick, and because when enemies are flying, the spiders just kind of struggled to target them properly. But regardless, these were pretty fun to watch. I rate them a solid 6 out of 10. Let's go on to the Sanguine Staff next, which is another one I'm very excited for. Alrighty, and we have 100 little red bats. This looks how I expected it to look, which is really cool. I'm a little bit surprised it doesn't make a full loop, but I guess it makes sense. They kind of float above you, bats, so it wouldn't make sense if they were always inside blocks. I can tell you without a doubt that I think these boss battles are going to look a little bit ridiculous. We'll probably end up summoning the Destroyer as it's almost night, and I think these guys are going to do quite a bit of damage. Hit it with the thing. It's already dead. Yeah, that was a bit much, hey? That was that was a lot of damage. Let's do take 2. Let's hit one of these bad boys, hey? Can you escape, please? Escape. There we go. Oh no, don't hit the thing. There we go. Hit it. It's not day, is it? No, it's not. Alright, this is a, oh my gosh. It's a very cool attack animation, how they arc out. I'm a big fan. I don't have the greatest arena for fighting the Empress of Light, and I haven't even tried to fight her without taking damage during the day. Oh my gosh. We're halfway there. Oop. Oop. Alrighty, and we're done. I actually almost died there, which is more of a reflection of how poor I am at dodging than how bad these Sanguine bats are. I'm also using them far later in the game than when they're viable, but I mean, I do have 100 of them, and you're only ever meant to be able to get like 5 or 6. But let's also hit down a Destroyer, because I feel like these would be fun to watch against the Destroyer. The Destroyer is always fun to watch stuff against, because you can just push out so much damage so quickly. Alrighty, that's just a bit obnoxious. Alrighty, that was the Sanguine Bats. Let's check out the Pirate Staff with 100 summons next. Alrighty, so this is 100 pirates, and you get the most impressive Congo line you can get with Terraria minions, in my opinion. They're a bit lost. I think the game assumes that, oh, they're a bit too far behind, we should push them back up to here, but then that's not where they should be. Anyway, let's hit another Destroyer. Hey, how about that? I don't know if these guys pierce or not. We'll see. Here, it doesn't look like they're stuck with that issue. They seem to be struggling to target him a little bit, but when they do target him, they're doing a lot of damage. There's a lot clumped up in single spots, it really looks like. Come on. Come on. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, see, you're getting like a lot of damage at once, and then no damage at once for a significant amount of time. There we go. There, we're done. We're done. We're out of here. Look, let's try the Eye Cthulhu. Let's see how many hits, how many like burst hits it will take to knock down this big fat eye. Come on. Come on. Alright. It's once they started targeting it, it didn't take too long, but I think they're struggling just with this hitting flying enemies. Pirates have always had this issue The same way that ravens do a little bit, where they just don't really know what to target and their pathfinding's not the best. Anyway, that was pirates. Let's move on to the Pygmy Staff, which I assume their AI is very similar, except they have ranged attacks, so it might be a little bit better. But we'll see in a second, hey? Alrighty, we have 100 pygmies, and I can already see that these guys kind of look ridiculous. They're pulling out a lot of damage, and they're shooting a lot of spears. You get the whole Congo meme going ahead. Look at them all. Bloody way too many of them, follow me to count. But let's summon a destroyer and see how that goes. I think we might actually be able to go a boss up and attack something much larger than the destroyer. Ooh, maybe. Look, they're doing a lot of damage, let's be honest. With some buffs, they would be absolutely killing it. And because it's a projectile that doesn't pierce, they're definitely not being affected by that. What's it called? The issue where they get iframes. It's a lot of pygmies, sorry. Oh my dear god, look at them go. They're not very accurate at this range. There's so many spears missing, but these are very cool to watch fight. Let's summon another boss, hey? Let's have a look at what these look like against the Queen Slime. I feel like that's been our control group today, the Queen Slime, or this afternoon. Look at them go. Look at them all bloody go. Where are you? Get over here. There we go. Oh my dear god. I think if they can hit, they can do a lot of damage, but you saw, look how many arrows are missing, or how many spears are missing. Do they come back down? Yeah, there we go. We just got a rain of arrow fire coming back down. There we go. Alright, well that is 100 pygmies. Let's actually wait until it's day. I want to have a look at these during the daytime, so let's just have a little nap. Yeah, pygmies are a drop from Plantera. I think they used to be one of the best summons in the game. Or maybe they were the best summon in the game back when Plantera was the hardest boss. That was a while ago, hey. We're a bit past that. That was 1.2. Yeah, that was 1.2. And then that was Golem, of course, but Golem didn't really have any summons, and also wasn't a very hard boss to beat. Alright, let's look at 100 pygmies during the day. Let's go watch them all fly behind us. They all look like little witches on their brooms. I like their flying animation, it's very cute. I mean, I was like, let's go see them during day, and then I went up to space where it's dark regardless. There's a few of them, they are doing the whole glitchy thing where they're like, we should be near you, so they teleport to you, then they're like, wait, we're not at the back of the line. So let's stand down for a second and see where they all go. Yeah, they're just going to keep flying out like that. I think they've deserved to be seen against another boss, so let's just do the Gelatin Crystal as she can be fought during the day. Where are you, huh? Where are you, Queen Bee? Queen Slime? Oh my god. God damn, go, look at him go. This is a mess. This is a mess. It's a bit of a lie for me to call this overpowered, but I mean, it is overpowered, but like, what would you expect when you spawn 100 of one mob? Anyway, that is the Pygmy Slime. Let's do the Optic Staff next, which is going to be fun because it's not 100 enemies. It's not 100 summons, it's 200 because you get 2 summons per summon. I mean, that makes sense, yeah? Let's get some party girl bathwater out, hey? Alright, let's get 100 of these bad boys. Alrighty, we have 100 summons from the Optic Staff, which is 100 retinizers and 100 spasmatrons. I've 100% forgotten their names, but you can see there's just a bit of a conglomerate following behind me. Kind of looks a bit weird. Like, some of them just seem to be disappearing, but I don't know, that could just be me. They're doing the whole swarm or hive meme that the Hornets did, but let's drop down another gelatin crystal and see how these bad boys and bad girls go against. That's a few lasers. Oh dear god. Ah, no, it has undoubtedly got the iframes issue, but I will be honest, it looks really cool. But it might be suffering from the iframes issue even more than what did we do before? The Spider Staff, which is surprising. It's really not taking all that much damage at all. Alrighty, so we just beat Queen Slime, and I mean, there's one still in there. So we just beat Queen Slime, and it unfortunately looks like that this Optic Staff is probably the weakest of any of the. I mean, I think the Tiger Staff's gonna be weakest. It's probably the weakest of any pre-hard mode, of any hard mode summon that we've looked at so far. There's just so many iframes, and even though you have twice as many of them, the damage probably caps out after like 10 or 5. Maybe this would be better against an event or multiple targets at once, but against single targets or even mini bosses, like if you were doing a event and you had Pumpkin Moons coming up, or Pumpkins coming out, so look how long it's taken to kill what has only got 400 health. The minions don't like equally distribute between them, and if you were to use a whip, they would all go for 1. So I don't think the Optic Staff is actually that good in this specific scenario. I mean, this is a very out of game scenario, but we're going to jump onto the Tiger Staff, which is the last one. Alright, so we have 100 summons of the Desert Tiger. Well, now over 101, oops. And I think that the wiki might actually be wrong about what it says. It says that you can't power it up anymore after the 9th summon, implicating that after the 9th summon it doesn't gain damage, or maybe I'm just misreading it. But the way this summon works is after 1 summon you get a baby tiger, between I think 4 and 6 you get a middle-aged tiger, and middle-aged, and above 9 or at 9 summons you get a tiger with golden armor. And it does like 100 damage per hit. Now that I've got 100 summons, it's doing 1,000 per hit, so it's definitely stronger than a 10 summon, what's it called? A 10 summon Desert Tiger. So this is actually way better than I expected. I was expecting this one to be a bit of a baby tiger compared to the rest of them, but this is ridiculous how much damage it's putting out. Let's summon another. Well, it's already gone. Let's summon another Queen Slime, and this might have gone from like the one I was looking. Oh my god! Don't call me. Stop! I'm recording a video. This might have gone from the one that is the least impressive to probably the one that surprised me the most, and being maybe not as impressive as the Blade Staff or the Sanguine Staff, but irregardless, very cool. Irregardless isn't a word, but a very, very cool summon. I really want to try this out against some bosses with more health. I mean, I'll try against the, what's her name? What's her name? The Queen Slime, the Empress of Light. But I don't think I'm going to go too well, because I'm not good at dodging, and I already lost the, how did I lose the thing? Here we go. Let me kill you, huh? Where's my Zenit? Oh. Where? What? How am I losing these? What's going on? Ah! I gotta quick kill it faster. Okay, let's just get rid of these 2 honey yellow torches. There we go. I'm gonna die almost immediately. Oh no. Oh no, that was a bad example. Alrighty, so we're back with 100. I regret dying there, that was a bit annoying. And it's almost night, so let's just summon Moonlord. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how Moonlord goes, hey? Do I have the witch mount to fly around in? No, I don't. I have the boat mount, which is probably what I wanted. And we're back at 101 as well, again. So, this is pretty much the end of the video. While we wait for Moonlord to spawn, I'll just say a few more things. And we'll see if I die or survive. As well as doing part 3 of this, which will have the TerraPrism. And I know people are excited about that. I'm sorry. These videos just take a while to edit and put together. And I can't just do 14 per video, so I have split it into 2. As well as doing part 3, I want to also do like a best of the best. So people have already requested to see a Wall of Finch versus a Wall of Flesh, which I think is an awesome idea, and I'll be doing that after I've edited part 3 of this. I think it's also a good idea to do maybe 1,000 summons of this Desert Tiger Staff, because I didn't realize how much the damage scales, and I can get up to 1,000. I think it's just been more realistic not realistic, just valuable to see it at 100 as opposed to 1,000. So let's see how. I think the biggest issue in this fight is going to be the targeting of the Desert Tiger. Yeah, it's really struggling, but yeah, as I was saying, I really want you guys to comment in what you want to see done, because I'm not the most creative person when it comes to video ideas. So if you guys want to see the Wall of Finch versus the Wall of Flesh, or you want to see 1,000 Desert Tiger Staffs, or maybe 1,000 Bats versus the Frost Legion for some reason, please leave it in the comments, and I'll try to get around to the most popular ones. Right, well this fight isn't going to work, so what we're going to do is we're just going to summon, what was the most overpowered one? Aside from, let's just summon some Bats, because I feel like the Bats just, they do some pretty gnarly damage, even if, and yeah, I can also have more than 100 of each summon. It's not just 100 of one summon. So let's just summon a bunch of these, because these do a lot of damage, and we'll see how this fight goes with the Desert Tiger Staff, which is just chilling, and not really doing all that much damage because it can't attack, and a lot of these Bats. Alrighty, so we've gotten to the third stage of it. I have no idea how many Bats I summoned. I reckon it's maybe 200 to 300, so it's definitely more than I had before. As well as the Tiger Staff, which isn't doing too much because it just sucks at targeting. But this has been a good example into, I don't know, just some weird stuff I could do that isn't necessarily the 100 of format. Oh my gosh, dodge better, otherwise I'm actually gonna die. They're barely doing any damage. Like, they're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. I'm about to die. Let me out of here. I'm dead. I could have done it, but that was my video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Please leave in the comments what y'all want to see.